Now, some lawyers have staged a protest against the move by the Attorney General of Lagos to discontinue an alleged $8.8 million fraud suit against a British citizen, Deepak Kilnani. At the Lagos State High Court sitting in Ikeja, the lawyers told the court, which was presided by Justice Oluwatoyin Paye, that the Attorney General, Mr. Adeniji Kazeem, failed to give reasons for the discontinuance of the case. This, they say, is contrary to public interest. The British man, Mr. Kilnani, who is a chartered accountant, was charged to court by the Lagos State government in connection with the alleged fraud after his local partners in Nigeria petitioned the Inspector General of Police. After the police investigation, the Lagos State government charged Mr. Kilnani and his accomplice, one Dr. Sushil Chandra, to court for allegedly defrauding their Nigerian business partners. Well, workers of the company who were affected by the fraud also joined in the protest outside the premises of the court.
Our interest is based on the public interest, as in all, because if an attorney or the office of the Attorney General is coming into a matter on a nolly prosecute to discontinue the matter, I think the same constitutional section that gave him the power to do so also give subsections. There's a subsection of section 211, subsection 1C, that is relying on. There's a subsection there, which is subsection 3 of that provision, that says that whatever is doing is subject to the public interest and interest of justice. Now the question here is, in the process that was filed for the discontinuance, was anything stated as to the public interest? Nothing.
Well, one soldier has been reportedly killed by suspected militants who allegedly attacked an army formation at a community in Bomadi local government area of Delta State. The incident, which occurred in the early hours of yesterday, was said to have left some other people injured. According to an eyewitness who told Channels Television, the community woke at about 2 a.m. to terrifying gunshots, which left the community in fear of what may happen next. A member of the Joint Task Force and Operation Delta Safe confirmed the attack. The suspected militants are believed to be part of those whose activities threaten the nation's oil and gas facilities in the area. In the meantime, it appears the Nigerian army may become more involved in maintaining internal security. This is in the face of the current security challenges in the country. Well, this hint was dropped by the Minister of Defense, Mansur Danali, and the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Chuka Buratai, during the operationalization of the 6th Division Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt. The operation covers Bayelsa, Delta, Akwa Ibom, and River State. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ire has more.
It's a brief visit of the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Army Staff, and some senior officers from the Nigerian Army with Governor Nyesom Wike in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. The Minister of Defense reiterates the federal government's resolve to dealing with the security challenges in the country.
Why the administration embarked on security sector reforms to handle the various security challenges in our dear nation.
For the host governor, the army should begin to assist the police in the fight against criminality in the Niger Delta.
We should not just leave it to the hands of only the police. The army should, as a matter of fact, join in this crusade.
Then to the main event of the day, as the governors of Rivers and Akwa Ibom states and representatives of the governors of Bayelsa and Delta states joined the Minister of Defense, the Chief of Army Staff, and other security heads in the premises of the headquarters of 6th Division Nigerian Army in Port Harcourt. The event is the operationalization of the division to activate the various operational frontiers of the division with the necessary machinery, equipment, and personnel in all the brigades in the 4 core South-South states. Some of the governors present believe the Nigerian army needs all the support it can get.
In a nation such as ours, which corporate existence is increasingly buffeted by internal and external threats, they need to strengthen and ensure the professional capability and preparedness of our armed forces cannot be overemphasized.
I'd also declared our readiness of my government to continue to work in close partnership with the division and then the brigade respectively.
The Chief of Army Staff, however, says the military will continue to double up in the fight against insecurity. There is now an urgent call to clamp down on rising cases of kidnapping and other violent crimes in the Niger Delta and other parts of the country. Emmanuel Irei, Channels Television News.
Well, staying with security, cult activities will no longer be condoned in communities in Ogun State. Well, that warning is coming from the Commissioner of Police in Ogun, that is Ahmed Ilyasu. He was speaking during an interactive security forum aimed at ending the spate of cultism in the state.
Activities of cult groups in Mowe town, one of the several developing communities off the Lagos-Shagamu Expressway, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, have been worrisome to residents in recent times, with clashes by rival groups. The Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Ahmed Ilyasu, senior officers under his command, traditional ruler of Igbeyin land, community leaders, youth, representatives of the Hausa and Igbo communities, and residents all converge on the palace of the traditional ruler. They've come to deliberate on lasting solution to the spate of cult activities ravaging the communities.
We want you to come to our aid here, to assist us, to get rid of these people. I understand myself that if there is no bad element in our midst here, bad elements cannot get room here. That's why I'm requesting for your special attention to this community.
We have smashed so many gangs of cultists and kidnappers around this place. The challenge today is the challenge which must all come out, each and every one of us, to give vital information, intelligence, and to see to the security and safety of our environment and our communities. It is only when we put our hands together we can succeed.
Responding to the call, some residents tasked parents to chart a new course that will assist in curbing the crime.
Parents, you are part of the problem. I am part of it too. Because now we need to change all our orientation. Many a time we pursue this money so as if without it, we don't go live. Let us change our orientation.
We know the crime and the criminals in our area and those that used to commit it. The police don't know. We have to make sure that we know how to take them out and give them to police.
With this deliberation, many of the residents hope that those involved will sheath their sword so that peace can reign once again in the communities.